Hello, and we are live. Yes, we are live for the third episode in the series we started at the beginning of this month, which is on social intelligence. Were you part of the first edition? Were you part of the second edition? And today we are taking the third episode. You can do well to check for the links to the other episodes so that you can be part of it. So today we are going to be talking about socializing without losing yourself. Socializing without losing yourself. So yesterday was Valentine's Day, and a lot of people celebrated in different ways. Some celebrated in the wrong way, some celebrated within the right context. Okay, but today we are going to be taking a look at how it is we can socialize. You know, the challenge a number of Christians have. They are trusting God for probably a life partner, for a healthy relationship, even relationships outside marriages, outside of marriage, probably partners as far as business is concerned. So they are trusting God that God will give them one big contract like that. But then they don't know anybody, and though nobody knows them, they don't take out time to build what we call social capital. Okay, so there is something that is called social capital. Okay, and do you know that the people in your social network will also determine to a large extent your financial net worth? Yes, the people in your social network have a lot to do with your financial net worth, because they are the ones that probably you are doing a business, they are going to patronize you. So if you are good at what you do and they know that you are doing this thing, how will they come to meet you except you're expecting that the Holy Spirit will speak to them about you? How do they get to know what you do if you do not socialize, if you do not market yourself, if you do not relate and connect with people? That is why today we are taking a look at how to socialize without losing yourself. And a lot of Christians have issues with socializing. Do not forget that Jesus Christ himself attended weddings. Do you understand? So Jesus went for weddings, he went for gatherings where professors was talking, he was there. He did not say, I am too small, let me keep quiet. So he socialized, he related with people. Even for somebody like the tax collectors and all that, he went to their homes and feasted with them. So he actually socialized. Do you understand? In order to be able to gain access to them. I'm not saying you should start going to the houses of unbelievers, do you understand? Except probably for the purpose of reaching out to them. But what I'm trying to say is that you need to socialize, that growth, relationship growth is also built on interactions. So if you want to build healthy relationships, you also would want to know how to interact with people. Is a skill. It must not necessarily be inborn. Yes, we know of extroverts, that extroverts, they're outgoing, they are the life of the party and all that. And for those of us, in quotes, because I'm no more there. In those days, I used to say, okay, I'm an introvert, so you just hide under that one, that is how I am. Sorry, brother and sister, do you know there's also something that is called the spirit control temperament? So you don't always have to, after church, from church to your house. The next day, Monday, you go from your house to your office. As you get to your office, you sit just inside that your room in your office. You don't even relate with anybody at your workplace. Nobody knows you at your workplace. Once you close, you carry your bag off to your house. So you have this triangular lifestyle from the church to the workplace to the house. From the church to the workplace to the house. Do you understand? And at the end of the day, people really do not get to know you. Do you know some people even meet their life partners probably because they just interacted? Do you understand? Am I now telling you to go off? No. And that is the reason why today's session is tagged how to socialize without losing yourself. Socialize and still have your values in place. Socialize, have your faith in place. Do you understand what we're saying? We're not saying you should lose yourself. So why is it difficult for some persons to socialize, to interact with people? Number one, especially for those of us who are Christians, we just see it as carnality. So when they mention anything like there is a birthday party going on, we just feel as if it is a sin. You will not even care to know who is organizing the birthday. Probably is a pastor that is having his birthday. Just like 2 weeks ago, my husband had his 50th birthday. Do you understand? So, but they just feel when they say birthday celebration, then it must be carnal. Do you understand? So we just over spiritualize everything. We don't even want to know why is this program holding. What kind of people that are going to be at that event? No, we just generalize and feel that it must be a carnal event. It's not spiritual. It's worldly. Do you understand? Another reason is probably because of past pain. Do you understand? Probably they just want to, maybe because of a trauma they've had in the past. So they just want to be on their own. They want to avoid seeing people. They just want to be on their own. Another one could just be that they do not know how to interact. Yes, there are people like that who don't just want to come out because they feel they don't know how to interact. So let them just be on their own. But instead of just being on your own, why not you learn how to interact? So in this segment also towards the end, we're going to be looking at how to initiate communications, how to interact in a healthy way. So talking about socializing without losing yourself. What are the things that you are expected to do for you to be able to socialize without losing yourself? Number one, you have to be sure about your identity. Who am I? So we are not saying, so therefore, because we are saying you should socialize, so therefore you should go for just every gathering. The unbelievers are calling for a night party. You just call yourself and go. You just carry yourself. After all, this relationship coach said we should socialize. So every gathering, you just decide to go. That's not what I'm saying. You should know who you are. And who you are will also determine where you'll be. Don't forget also the Bible says you should stay away from every appearance of evil. Okay? So in socializing, know who you are. Know that you are not coming to that environment or that space in order to impress. Do you understand? The idea is not for you to impress. That will also affect how you would dress, how you would do a lot of things. So you are not coming to impress. You are not saying, okay, because I'm coming here, I want attention. So it's not for seeking attention. It's for connection. So somebody invited me for a book launch, and the invitation is saying is more than a book launch. It's more than a launch. His emphasis, therefore, is saying that it's not just the launch. You are going to be meeting top people in the society. You are going to be able to connect with others in the same class. Do you understand, as you? So better find yourself there. So sometimes it's not just about the event per se. You will also get to connect not just to life partner. If possible, you could also connect to business partners, and one connection to that business partner could also be a connection to your life partner in the end. Do you understand? So there are different types of relationships that you can build from learning how to interact, learning how to socialize. Wait, how do you even get to win souls if you are always staying to yourself? Let's talk about even the spiritual aspect of it. How do you even get to reach out to people, how to win souls, if you do not reach out to them? So even socializing is also an avenue with which you can do what? We are in this world, but we are not part of the world. Okay, so you can actually socialize and use it as a means. After connecting with the person, you introduce the Christ that you are carrying. Okay, so like I said, one of the first things that you would need to do is to ensure that you stay and take a hold on your identity. So socialize and still keep your values, socialize and still keep your faith. The second point would be choose the environment, choose the place that you go to. It's not only parties where they take hard drugs or smoke that are parties. There's also decent programs that align with your values. Okay, so if you are a youth, you can also go to places where youth of the same value system with you gather. For instance, yesterday was Valentine's Day. Some people had parties in hotels, drank, do you understand, messed up themselves. Some other persons also had Christian gatherings for youths for the Valentine program. By the poolside, even in the church environment, a picnic, an outdoor program. And you can be sure that those ones that are Christian based, their values will align with you. So, after establishing your identity, please choose the environment you are going, ensuring that it does align with your personal values. For instance, ensure that you go to a place that will add value to you. So, like I said, since you know you are not going to impress, neither are you going solely to find a life partner. You are going to connect, you are going to interact, so that also you could also make impact in the process. Yes, in your process of going out, it could also be an avenue to make impact, because it is what you would need for life. Social skill is what you need for life. It's not just to enter into a relationship or marriage. It's a skill that you need for life. Do you understand? When I take a seminar on finances, I say one of the skills you need to build or have is social skill, because it is the people in your social network, like I said earlier, that will also determine your net worth. Okay, so places that align with your purpose, places that will add value to you, places where you can volunteer. For instance, there are organizations where you could volunteer to serve in one capacity or the other. Those are other ways to socialize, because in the process you will also be exposed to teamwork. Yes, you'll be exposed to teamwork. So we just had our True Love Conference yesterday, the 19th edition of True Love Conference, and I have a team of people that I work with. Okay, and they were all given different responsibilities. Do you understand? They are making impacts. At the same time, they are able to, as they are expressing and giving value and volunteering, they are also connecting with other people. So, what are the kind of places you should go to? Like I mentioned earlier, they must be places that align with your values. Places of growth, that when you know you go there, maybe it's a youth convention, it's a youth program, you interact with others, it will lead to your growth. You could also get skills from them. So places also where skills can be developed, so that we're not just saying you should just go, you want to meet a life partner, so that is your motive of going there. Do you understand? The emphasis is you should learn how to socialize, interact with people. That part will come in, because some other persons will also attend such programs. Immediately they say, the grace of our Lord Jesus Christ, they carry their bag and zoom off. So this other person that was there with the mind that, I like the way this sister comports herself, let me have a word with her after this meeting. By the time the person opens his eyes after the grace, they will not see you there anymore. So how is the person going to contact you? Nobody has your number for the person to call. Do you understand? You disappeared. So you would also want to, after, do a short few minutes. Well, I'm not saying you should not spend the whole day there, but just learn to interact with people. Aside marriage, it is a skill that you need for life. Okay, so the next thing about socializing without losing yourself is boundaries. So as you do all this, ensure you have boundaries. Number one boundary would be time boundary. I'm not saying that because I said you should socialize, so therefore, or after the meeting, you should just stay for a few minutes. It's not say, they said we should gist after church, so that the person that wants my number can access it. So after service, 30 minutes, you are still there. 1 hour, we are still there. Other people have gone, you are still there. What are you looking for? Because there is a way you overdo some things, you even lose the value, and people will even lose their respect for you. Do you understand? So it is necessary for you to have time boundaries. Also have emotional boundary. As we say, connect with people, that does not mean you should just allow your emotions to go haywire. Do you understand? Have emotional boundaries. Not just that you are meeting somebody for the first time, you are just blushing, you are just not able to contain yourself anymore. And the other one would be physical boundaries, that I said we should socialize. So everybody you see, you will hug. You see this sister, you will hug. They say we should socialize. You see this brother, you will hug. That's not what I said. You should have personal boundaries. You should have emotional boundaries. You should have physical boundaries. Okay? That will go a long way to guide you. So the last segment I'll be talking about will be on starting conversations. Like I said, a lot of persons, adults, they don't even know how to start conversations. So they are in a place. The two people can be, these days it's even worse with phones. So two people are in one room, maybe somebody visited an office and is just sitting there. Two of them can stay in that room for 1 hour. Or you decide to give somebody a ride. You saw somebody in the neighborhood going out, decide to give a ride. You will drive for like 15, 20, 30 minutes without saying a word. Why? Because people do not know how to interact. They do not know how to initiate conversations. They would rather be on their phone. But today, you are going to learn how to initiate conversations in healthy ways. What are some of the challenges people have with initiating conversations? One of it would be they just feel as if, I'm not sure what to say. Do you understand? So they are not confident in themselves. So lack of confidence. So they feel, I don't know the kind of English now that I will speak to this stranger. And this stranger will start, do you understand, having a wrong impression. So they are afraid of the kind of impression they will make on that person. Or they just lack self-esteem. They don't know what to say. They don't know how to say it. They don't know how to begin. And they feel that if I say something now, they will start analyzing what I've said. They will start judging me. Okay? So they are afraid of making mistakes. So today, I'm going to give you an acronym that will help you to start conversations anytime you find yourself in a honorable way. Okay, so the acronym says SIMPLE. The simple way that you can start conversations as a way of socializing without losing yourself. So S, what does S mean? S means smile. If you are watching live or you are listening to me right now, can you smile? So some people will just stone their face. You are meeting somebody for the first time, they stone your face. The person go kukuma do waiting, run away. Because sometimes first impression matters a lot. It might actually be that you have passed through so much stress for that day, but please just try to smile, because the person was not there when you were passing through that challenge. So the person does not have an idea what you are passing through. So it will be good for you to just learn to smile, learn to carry a smile. It is part of social intelligence. Simple. After S is I. What is I? I means introduce yourself. Introduce yourself does not mean write a paragraph. You know, there is introduction, there is the body of the letter, then you see summary. Some people will introduce yourself. So there was a day I was going to my office. I saw a girl talking to a young boy. After some time, I passed again. The girl was still talking. The boy was just laughing. After some time, I passed again. The girl was still the one talking. I think I had passed for like 3 times. Okay? In fact, I could not hold myself anymore. I just had to say, you are still the one talking since you are still talking. Do you understand? So introduce yourself means introduce. Introduction is usually very short. It's short. So just say a little about yourself, probably your name and where you came from, or a worship associate program. Maybe it's a conference of youths, interdenominational conference. So you could just say, my name is Ruth, and I'm a member of so and so church. Do you understand? Just simple. Okay, and the next thing will be M. The next thing will be M, and M stands for make observations. So about the program, for instance, it's an event. So make observation about the common denominator, what brought two of you together. Okay, so let's say you are giving somebody a ride, the person lives in your neighborhood. You could make observation. For instance, I picked somebody a few days ago as I was driving out from my neighborhood, and we started talking about light in our neighborhoods. So I was making comments about light in this area these days. Oh. Sometimes I'll pick somebody and start talking about the road. I start talking about the road in the environment. So make observation. If it is a program that both of you attended, you could make observation about. Just ask the person, where are you from? Where do you what's your name, and where do you work, or what's your discipline? Just simple question. I'm not saying you should start asking the person how much is his salary. So because the conference is a conference that have to do with the workplace, you start asking the person, so how much are they paying you? Do you understand? You can ask simple questions, personal questions, but you have to keep them simple. And the L there would be for listen intentionally. Listen, don't be the only person talking. As you ask questions, you listen to the other person, let the other person talk. That is part of social etiquette. Next week, our focus is going to be on social etiquette. And the last one, which is E, is exit gracefully. Nice meeting you. It was nice meeting you. Have a nice day, or enjoy the rest of the program. So you don't have to tie the person down there, talking or exit gracefully. Just make it brief, snappy, and exit gracefully. Go and attend to some other stuff. So some of the mistakes that people could make in that regards will be talking too much. So because they said you should socialize, you decide to talk. Only you are the only person talking. Talk, like I mentioned earlier, that girl that was talking, I passed several times, she was still the one talking. Talking too much is not encouraged. Oversharing information about yourself. You are meeting somebody for the first day, you have told the person everything about yourself, including your past life, including the number of relationships you had before. You have shared everything. It is also not right. And another one will be trying to impress. So you are talking to impress the person. Do you understand? It's not necessary. Or trying to be too spiritual, or trying to even change your intonation. Some people will meet somebody for the first time, and instead of just talking normally the way they used to talk, they will start speaking phonetic English. Do you understand? Phonic. And that phonic, because it's not that they are used to it, they'll be biting their tongue. Do you understand? So please just be natural. Be yourself. People will love you for who you are. Do not over spiritualize this. Yes, we are going to stop here. This is 26 minutes gone already. Wow. Have you enjoyed this session? Have you subscribed to this channel if you are watching on Facebook, on YouTube? If you're on Facebook, are you following already so that you can get notified whenever we go live? Share this broadcast to your family, to your friends, to your enemies, because they can now become part of your social network. So please share this video until our next episode. Okay, before I say bye, does any person have a question? If you are live, you have a question, can we see the question? So from henceforth, what I will encourage you to do would be to ensure you socialize without losing yourself. Any questions? Thank you so much for joining me live. Thank you, Violetta Stancy. Thank you, everyone, for those that joined live today. Until our next episode, don't you ever forget that my name is Dr. Ufoma Wanchuku, and I am your compass to building relationship and love that lasts. Bye.